Okay, we're going to look at 3 clips here from the England-New Zealand game from the recent World Cup and what the defensive strategy is of the New Zealand centres. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll play the clip and then I'll pause it and then we'll have a little bit to think about what strategies the centres, the New Zealand centres, could employ. Okay, so I'll play the video through and then we can play it again in slow-mo.
Jamie George, he finds Moores down at the top, forward, backs it up through, hard running Tuolangi.
Okay, so we can see from that clip there what the strategy is from New Zealand. So we'll play it through, and I'll pause it. Okay, so you can see the urgency from 12 and 13. Okay, so the New Zealand policy is centres make the tackle and then split. They go to opposite sides. Okay, so you can see them really working hard to get out opposite sides. And then what they're trying to do is they're trying to rely on their big forwards, Surveyor and Reid here, to make the tackle and try and slow up their ball. Okay, which they do a reasonable job of. Okay, so we played that through again, and you can see the urgency in which they do it. Okay, we'll get another look at the New Zealand defensive strategy again. We'll play it through and then we'll pause it. Okay, so what you can see here is 12, 13, so I might just write that in. We can see 12, 13 and 10, okay? And what we know from their system is that they want to split the centres. So 12 is in the best position here, so their system is 12 and 10 trying to go far side, and then 13 will get up and bounce to the opposite side. So they're always trying to split their centres. They won't really try and slow down first phase ball off this. They'll try and do it off second phase. So let's see how it works out. So 13 gets up and he goes to the opposite side, and 12's gone to the other side. Okay, so this is the final clip that we'll look at. So England, this is only 14 minutes into the game, but New Zealand have had to do a lot of defending, okay, and they're pretty exhausted from all that defence. And what England do is quite interesting, so we'll just play it through.
Dangerous.
Okay, so there's a couple of things to notice in this final clip, and that is England realise that they're not committing to the breakdown. Okay, so what do? They pick and go. Okay, so if New Zealand aren't committing to the breakdown, it's on to pick and go. Okay, but New Zealand see the threat and they're able to get their 10 defender in on that. Okay, what's also interesting is the lack of urgency maybe from the New Zealand defence of 12 and 13. If you remember earlier on in the game when it was more urgency and they were splitting. But if you look at this, and I do think this, maybe they couldn't have stopped the threat, but it's not the same amount of urgency. 13 and 12 actually go to the same side of the defensive line. If we play it out, we'll see it. Okay, so you see that 12, 13, they don't split this time. Okay, they don't split this time. They haven't got that same urgency, and England make that line break. Okay, so it's interesting to see what defensive strategies teams are using and what we can learn from it.